ओंटारियो ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਐਲਾਨੀ ਗਈ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ ਫਰਵਰੀ ਦੀ ਹੜਤਾਲ ਚਾਰੇ ਅਧਿਆਪਕ ਯੂਨੀਅਨਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇਸ ਇੱਕ ਰੋਜ਼ਾ ਹੜਤਾਲ ਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ओंटारियो ਦੇ 2 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀ ਘਰ ਰਹਿਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਜਬੂਰ ਹੋਣਗੇ। ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਸਟੀਫਨ ਲੈਚੇ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਉਸੇ ਗੱਲ ਤੇ ਅੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਆਓ ਜਾਣ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸਾਡੀ ਸਹਿਯੋਗੀ ਜਸਲੀਨ ਕੌਰ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਫੋਨ ਲਾਈਨ ਤੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ।
Hi, Minister. This is Jasleen from PTC Punjabi News Channel. My question is that Ontario government made some cuts to bring down the debt on the province, but now, as a result of escalating teacher strike, province is paying out millions to the parents as a financial support. Some Ontario parents were overpaid 4 times the school strike compensation they were supposed to get. Though the issue was caught and fixed, but what remains a sticking point in bargaining table, government and the teacher union is continuously on the bargaining table, but still we don't see any outcome yet.
First off, we initiated the Support for Parents initiative because we believe that no parent should be financially on the hook for the teacher unions walking out on your child. So we really believe that that money should be in your pocket to help you incrementally make life a bit less painful, given the decision to lock out, the decision to impact you and your many parents' abilities to use vacation days, to have to find childcare on short notice. It's really unfair to put families in that situation. So the government saves $60 million a day when teacher unions don't show up to the strike. And we're returning the majority of those funds to the people of this province, to working parents. They could have some financial support. That just makes good sense. And governments, liberal and conservative, have done it in the past. And I think it's important that we acted decisively to demonstrate to parents that we're on their side. We're trying to avoid the strikes, trying to make the impacts less acute or less negative on the lives of working people. On what's preventing a deal, I mean, at the end of the day, the teacher unions have their one-day strike tomorrow. It sounds like nothing will get in the way of that strike, even progress happening at the table. But I think fundamentally, the fact that teacher unions have significant asks. You may have seen a Globe and Mail article that suggests that one of the teacher unions, ETFO, have a request for 7% benefit. They have a $1.5 billion demand on wages. This is pretty significant. This requires money to come out of schools to go into the pockets and entitlement of educators. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to permit a scenario where I'm reinvesting money that should be going into your child's future, to be putting into expanding entitlements, wages, benefits for folks who can be valued, but make in and around $90,000 a year in just wages alone, not pensions, not benefits, not the other entitlements. So, we're going to continue to make the case that more money's got to go to help your kids, not to objectively well-paid public servants. We're going to make the case that hiring needs to be based on merit. The union said themselves that the Regulation 274, that's the issue around hiring. They said themselves that the issue was that the hiring practice was a big issue for the union, and they were not going to compromise that, meaning they want to maintain 100% of hiring in Ontario. Decision is based on who has been in the union the longest, not on which teacher has the right qualifications, the right knowledge to teach that class. And again, when I hear the union saying they're fighting for students with respect, they're fighting to maintain their own interest and power, not the interest of students. And that's a problem. And I think the great case study is this regulation. Right now, for some of you from various diasporas, ethno-cultural communities, visible minority communities, you'd appreciate the importance of having more diversity, qualified candidates, but more diversity within our schools. We want to see more people, different ethno-cultural experiences represented within the public service. Our party believes that. The regulations the unions demand we maintain doesn't allow even 1% of flexibility on diversity hiring. And I think it is important for a young child from, a different part of the world, a new Canadian, somebody who's born here, someone who just arrived here, from any part of the world, be it from South Asia or East Asia or Europe, or it doesn't matter where they're from. they should be able to see their own communities reflected within the public service, reflected within their schools. That's a priority. And it's a conservative government that's advancing it. And yet, the teacher unions and the opposition, including the Liberals, who brought in that regulation, most effectively seem to defend it at all costs. And I just don't understand how they could defend a practice that gives full authority for seniority to triumph over merit. And that I think is offensive to a lot of parents who just think, I pay taxes, 30, 40, 50% of my income goes to the government. I expect the best educator. And we agree. So those are the issues that are really, in some respects, creating challenges, but we're still working in good faith. We're still focused on the deal. And I have a mission to get a deal, and we're going to work hard to achieve that. But it requires the unions to also be understanding that our kids got to